We have Cicely Reed on the phone with us. She lives nearby. Cicely, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Good morning. What happened this morning from your perspective? Tell us the story.
Yeah, so I woke up this morning. It was probably around 6:15, 6:20, somewhere in that range, to the sound of what I thought it sounded like a car backfiring, which is kind of unusual because this is really a pretty quiet neighborhood so early. So I looked out my window, and I saw what looked like flashes of light. And I saw a guy walking up to, there's a black Porsche that's parked outside of the gate right there at the complex. Mm-hmm. And I saw him appear to be like reloading a weapon.
Oh my gosh.
So at that point, I called 911, and I was like, there's a guy out here that he's shooting, and it looks like he's reloading a gun. Not really sure what's going on. So probably about 20, 30 minutes later, the police arrived. And so he's just been sort of walking up and down Wesleyan and Law, kind of firing his gun.
What kind of description can you give us of this guy?
I couldn't see his face,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't really, what I could see from my vantage point is basically from the torso down. Mm-hmm. And I could see him standing on like the driver's side of his car. And I could see he put the gun looked like he put the gun on the roof of the car.
Wow.
And so I was like, what is going on? What is he doing? And so, yeah, so that's pretty much all I could really see. But I could definitely tell, and then I could hear the shot.
Sure.
So it took the police probably about 15, 20 minutes to get here. I think West UPD responded first.
Yeah.
What was his demeanor like? I mean, the way you describe it, it sounds like he was sort of calmly walking around, just happened to reload a pistol, not hurrying at all. How would you describe his behavior?
I could just see him walking, and it didn't seem to me like he was in any sort of rush. Mm-hmm. He wasn't panicked in any way. It was very, when he was standing at the door of his car, he was sort of very methodically, reloading his weapon. So.
Right.
From the time the first shots woke me up, I think I probably heard about maybe 25, 30 rounds.
Wow.
Can you describe the gun at all?
Yeah, I couldn't really tell, but there was definitely a lot of shots fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously when the cops got here, they started exchanging, fire. With the guy. But yeah, I couldn't tell. When I was calling 911, I kept telling you guys need to get here fast because this guy is literally out in the street like shooting. So you guys need to get here really fast.
Man.
Did you, Cicely, have you seen anything else in terms of perhaps this perpetrator being apprehended, arrested, taken down at all? Did you see anything else after that? When the police arrived?
No, I saw them when the police got here. They kind of fanned out because I don't think anybody really knew where he was. Mm-hmm. But at this point, I saw the police kind of closing in on him.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of like looking out my window to see him going down Law Street, and the police were kind of closing in on him. So I pretty much figured that it was just a matter of time. But yeah, I mean, he was very. There were just a lot of shots fired between him and the police. So. What
about that Porsche that you were talking about? Is that still parked there? Can you see it?
It's still parked there, and it's a car that I recognize.
Yeah.
I've been living in this complex for a while, and so I definitely recognize the car.
Is it coming or going? I don't know that I've seen it.
No, it's just parked.
It's just parked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just parked there. And I think I heard the police officers earlier saying that was the suspect vehicle, which that's the vehicle that I saw him walk up to, and it appeared to me like he was reloading his gun. So I think they've identified that as the suspect vehicle.
And what street is that parked on, Cicely?
It's parked on Law Street.
On Law, okay.
So it's on Law in front of that complex then?
Yeah. So when you're coming down Wesleyan, if you turn, let's see, I guess right on Law Street. Mm-hmm. It's literally like right there.
Okay.
So yeah, it's literally just sitting there.
And has any of the attention from the officers gone back to that vehicle at all? Have they gone back through it?
Yeah, they went up to the car. They had a couple canines. The canines were kind of sniffing around the car. And what we've been told by our management complex is that they've actually called the bomb squad out.
Right.
So we're kind of being told that we sort of have to stay here. So there's that. I mean,
how did they tell you? How did they let you know? They have an emergency system set up for that?
Yeah, so we have with our management company an emergency system set up. So I just got a text message basically saying that we have to shelter in place for the moment.
Okay. How did you find that out?
Text message.
Get the text from Westview
Yeah,
PD
actually,
or from HPD?
literally just since I've been talking to you guys.
Oh, okay. You just got that. Okay.
Yeah.
And that came from the apartment management.
Yeah. So we're actually a condo complex, so we have a management company that kind of works with us and stuff. So.
All right. Well, safe to say you've never been through anything like this before, right?
No, this is the first time.
Wow.
I mean, this is a really, pretty quiet neighborhood. You know, Westview, like this part of Houston, kind of on the edge of Westview, is pretty tame, pretty quiet. So.
You scared at all?
Yeah, you know, not really. When I first heard the gunshots, I was like, "What's going on?" But no. I mean, I once the police arrived on scene, I figured that it'd probably be okay. So.
Sure. And we haven't heard any gunshots since. We haven't heard reports, and you haven't either, right?
That's how I know that you know, it's probably the all clear, because when he was active, I mean, he was active, you could tell. I mean, it was literally rapid gunfire. Like I said, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 20, 30 rounds he fired off.
Yeah.
And he was firing, you know, before they got here. So I think I'm probably one of the first people that was, you know, kind of jarred out of sleep from it, because I heard 2 shots at first, and then I heard a whole bunch of shots. And I was going, no, that's not normal.
Oh, yeah.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, it's definitely not normal. So, yeah. But he had been shooting by the time they got here for at least a good 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, my gosh.
Unreal.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not sure if it's like some sort of domestic dispute or...
That's always hard to say in these kinds of situations, you know, especially when it's so early. We don't have a lot of information, unfortunately. And I mean, you've been able to help us, Cicely, of course, get a handle on the picture of what you and your neighbors were experiencing, and we do appreciate your firsthand account. Thank you.
Yeah, and you know, it's just really, really good that the first responders arrived, and we certainly appreciate all the efforts of Westview PD and Houston PD and Bel Air PD. Obviously, because without them, you know, this could have turned out to be a very ugly situation. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we still don't know how ugly it was, because, of course, if this person fired as many shots as you were describing, Cicely, we can only hope that no one was hurt. But, of course, in many situations like this, it doesn't always end that way.
Yeah,
so we can hope for the best.
Praying that there's no one, you know, out here that was hurt. I mean, we're a very kind of active community here. But people get up early in the morning to go run and walk dogs and take kids to school and whatnot. So hopefully there's no one that's been hurt.
I know. We hope so too. Cicely, we'd love to keep chatting with you, but we don't want to keep you all day, although you're sheltered in place. Did you have plans? Were you supposed to head to work this morning? What's happening?
Yeah. So I'm actually an attorney, so I was supposed to be going to work this morning, but not at the moment, because I can't leave. So I probably am going to have to jump off here and let my office know that I'm not going to be there right away.
Well, Cicely, we so appreciate you talking to us. We really appreciate the firsthand account there on the ground.